Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you everybody and welcome back to our podcast. So I am Ustazah Dr. Noraini. I'm a mental health practitioner and I have a doctorate in psychology. And today we have a special guest,
Special.
Amsyar.
Alhamdulillah. My name is Amsyar. I'm Amsyar Muhammad Adum. I'm a content creator, student, man, almost. Among other things, of course, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, thank you so much. So we are actually taking a break from our normal usual program about mental health, and this past few sessions or podcasts, we are specifically addressing mental health for men. Yeah. So the reason why we are asking you to come on board is because we think that you might be more aware of what's going on the
I
ground.
hope so, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe one of the first questions I would like to ask is, you have quite a wide network lah. I see you everywhere actually. Everywhere I go, he's there. Yeah. So, yeah. So, what do you think is something that young men like yourself in your age group, in your generation, are facing today when it comes to mental health?
Right. Thank you for that, Ustazah. Wouldn't say admit to having a wide network. I would just say I'm highly exposed socially.
Alhamdulillah. Okay.
In terms of many spaces, in terms of many types of people, many types of communities as well, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Types of issues that men are facing, right?
Maybe like issues and pressures. Maybe three lah. Let's talk about
Issues
three.
and pressures. Okay. Yeah, I think these days, for my generation, let's start with there. A lot of our life is on social media, and with social media comes a lot of pressures as well, especially peer pressure, social pressures, standards that they have to keep up to. I think a lot of men specifically, are sort of pressured to do their best in many aspects, physically, financially, all that, and that sort of leaves a lot of pressure on men, especially when you start to see these standout individuals, people that are succeeding in these facets of life, like bodybuilders. I think for the young men specifically, the adolescent male, it starts with the superficial stuff.
Right.
I see sports cars. I see a lot of people have a lot of money to spend. People with very nice bodies like bills, and these are the early pressures that adolescents experience online. I hope that they don't start in primary school. I hope it starts earlier in secondary school, but that's what they would see online, and that is the pressure that they feel like they have to live up to.
Oh.
Right. So that's for the young men. For like younger adults like myself, I guess employment is a thing. I mean, that's for everyone. Really, I wouldn't say that it's limited to just men. The modern woman these days would also have career goals as well. Ustazah, of course, you are very qualified and decorated CV. Anyways, besides the point. Then there's this also other like men who are, I guess, married in the middle 20s, early 30s. A lot of the pressures they face are of course, I don't know about family, but I think from the societal standpoint, there is a pressure there isn't much of a pressure to, or not as much as before, to be the provider for the family. But that is sort of understood lah. It's an understood role. I guess maybe it's related to fitra. I don't know. You can input about that, but there is still a pressure. At the same time, the woman is more willing to play their part these days, right? So then there's this sort of, and this actually now brings me to the point where there is a conflict of identity for men that men experience, and this conflict of identity occurs in many fields, in religion, in sexuality and gender. That one is quite prevalent these days as well because it's very openly discussed in public, and of course in career and the household. Yeah, so this crisis of identity, crisis of what is it am I supposed to be or do, that creates a lot of dissonance and struggle that men face internally. Yeah.
So it sounds like an intellectual issue, because this is something we would struggle with if we are a little bit confused. Like it sounds like there's a
Confused is
confusion.
the word, yeah.
Yeah, between our what roles are we supposed to play?
Yep. Exactly.
Like,
yeah. What are we supposed to be? How are we supposed to function in society?
Yeah, because now we no longer have very clear roles and
Mhm,
responsibilities, and then in the sphere of the religion, in the sphere of who leads the family,
Yes.
and then at work as well.
Yes.
Oh,
At work.
mashallah.
Because it's the age of information.
Mm.
We have access to a variety of realities. Women going up into positions of power. In fact, people want to normalize that.
Mm.
So then, of course, the man gets confused. Isn't that the point of the man? I don't know. That might happen. That might happen. Yeah. So, and then of course the variety of different interpretations of Islam that people are exposed to now. You're not just exposed to what your parents tell you or what your ustaz teaches you. Now you're exposed to things that happen in other countries, and also you're exposed to different sexuality, gender norms. Like, how come this man is dressed a certain way? And then you might feel that you relate to that man more than, I guess, the conventional, traditional man would in Singapore. Yeah, so then that creates that exposure to that realities feeds into that internal conflict. Yeah.
Right, mashallah. Oh, it sounds very complicated, very complex.
Apologize for that.
No, I mean, thank you for letting us, in on what's going on, because I don't think, especially asatizas, I don't think many of us are aware that these are the issues that our young people are facing, and it's troubling to hear because like I have no idea how to help now.
Understandable. Yeah.
Like, how do I start to help? So what do you think? Like, what are what are some things that we can do as a community to help our young men?
Recently, I went for a marriage course. I'll lead into how this is relevant.
Okay.
They teach that the core of everything in a successful marriage is sakinah, mawaddah, and rahmah. What? Love, tranquility, love, and compassion, mercy. That's what our community lacks, to be very honest. It lacks open compassion because we're Asians. We're Asians. We don't express love very well. So I guess men don't get the attention that they need in the way that they need. And also rahmah, I think mercy. I think men to themselves as well as society to men and families to men over time have lacked a sense of mercy towards men. Shouldn't you know how to do this? Shouldn't you know how to be a man? Why can't you just man up? These are things that are normalized. And of course, it's not very soft. There's no rahmah in that. There's no mercy. So I think it's not so much an active thing that people have to do or seek help. Yeah, of course, seek help when you need it. Or like, you need to up this skill. You need to just listen to your heart, man. But it comes from a place of knowledge as well. I don't think people understands the significance of rahmah or like the importance of it in day to day. Tasawwuf isn't a common thing. People don't study it.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. That's right. Yeah. So people don't really see the significance of embodying these traits, and their concept of, I guess, Islam is ibadah, and it stops there. And they forget to, or they don't even think about, they don't even perceive the need to embody sakinah, mawaddah, and rahmah.
So this is not this concept, because whenever we talk about sakinah, mawaddah, and rahmah, people think this is only something between husband and wife.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is we should actually extend this to our muamalah.
Yeah, human interactions. Yeah.
That we should apply this. Like, we should have a sense of safety with each other.
Wow, that's good. Yeah,
right?
safety.
So that we can have tranquility. And then to have mawaddah is reciprocal kind of, not maybe not love, but some form of affection lah.
Care and affection
showing,
for other human beings.
Right. Like in general, like why are we stopping it at a certain, just between husband and wife? But we should, And then rahmah, I think we don't talk about rahmah enough.
Yeah, I mean, the Kuba says it every week.
It does.
No, okay, maybe not every week anymore, but they used to do it more regularly. But it's just words. The people on the ground don't know how to embody it. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you think we, maybe not asatiza alone lah,
Yeah, for sure.
I think there's only 4,000 of us.
Only 4,000, by the way.
Yeah. So like, maybe, what can we do as a community? How can we do this? Like, should we have campaigns?
Yeah. campaigns.
Yeah.
That's how the government thinks, bruh. And they're right to a certain extent, but that comes from a standpoint of, oh, I am like the government or like organizations are responsible for the welfare of the community, which is true, which is very much the case. The individual also must play a part. Now, the role of the individual has to be understood carefully. I think we've been overexposed to individualistic lifestyles from capitalism and meritocracy, all this. Fali Fauzi recently talked about meritocracy. Anyways, so what meritocracy is or has been understood is that you try your best and then you achieve the best and then you can do the best for everyone around you. Confused with ihsan, unfortunately, that you constantly strive for the best. Striving for the best for yourself should not come at the cost of those around you. And I think that's where the missing part is that people forget that they are a part of a community and that my success is your success is my success.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, what is slowly being shed away from our community right now.
Right.
Because of the capitalistic mindset is that I need to grow, I need to build my empire for my family.
Right.
Not doing that. If I help your family, not necessarily that your family will help me, but Allah will help me because, or like He'll help me because I help others. Yeah. And then so that's what people need to understand, that it's not just me. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I get what you're saying because I've heard complaints from women like about how their loved ones like are very religious.
Okay.
So people are religious, so they kind of confine religiosity to, like you say, ibadat, just going to the mosque, salat, and then giving in charity. But they're not charitable in their actions, in helping each other,
Right.
like helping to raise maybe we have forgotten about the brethrenhood,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One does not truly believe until he loves for himself, what he loves for his brother, what he loves for himself.
Yeah.
I don't feel that anymore in the community. But inshallah we'll feel it now in the future.
Inshallah, yeah. I think it has to start somewhere. So like you said, the individuals need to be the ones who start this. Like we cannot expect the government to run a campaign.
Not always,
So yeah, mashallah. So I'm hearing that we have a lot of confusion among our people, not young alone lah.
Yeah.
But generally it seems
Yeah.
that we have been cut off from the ihsan, in the concepts of ihsan and rahmah among each other. And then, and we are struggling, but we are also not seeking, like you said just now about knowledge. What happened? Like, I'm sure you and your friends are all seeking knowledge. I mean,
Inshallah,
yeah, but what's going on that it's somehow not reaching? I don't know what is going on.
Okay. I think this relates to. Okay, alhamdulillah, I have a network of friends that are constantly seeking knowledge, whether it be through informal, formal means, whether it's paid or free. They are constantly seeking knowledge. Alhamdulillah. I think this relates to how we perceive Islam as a facet of life rather than life itself. Many of us grew up, and I think many of us still are at this point. They will say, my main focuses of life are family, career, and religion.
That sounds good.
That sounds good. It presupposes that religion is separate to family and career.
Right.
It presupposes that this is a separate entity, then I perceive it as such. It is not a part of everything.
Right.
When I say I'm pursuing my, inshallah, that may Allah preserve.
Inshallah.
When I say I'm pursuing my family and my career, the Islam is intertwined with it. It's already there. It is how I should be living my life. But the reality of it is that most people, I wouldn't say most, I'm not sure most, but a lot of people see Islam as a facet of life separate to life itself.
I see. Yeah, so we come back to, that means confining religion to only praying and going to the mosque and giving in charity and money, just like that.
So then how would you then expect the person to seek knowledge and think that, it is actually applicable to my mental health, it is actually applicable to my career, it is actually applicable to how I interact with the people around me.
Okay. All right. So coming back to talking about mental health issues, right, and men's mental health, would you know of anyone who you can see is really struggling with mental health issues? Like he's really not very focused, or he's unable to, function as best as he can, right? But is not seeking help.
Uh, 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 do I know a man? Do I know a few mans?
Yeah.
Man, plural, singular, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I do. I'm a man in Singapore and I have friends. That's all it takes for you to have friends that need help. Uh, Muslim and non-Muslim alike.
Right.
I have friends that text me every once in a while, say that I feel so useless. What's my purpose?
Right.
I can't even do anything. I have no skills.
Right.
I can't even get employed. Or like, why am I such a bad son? Stuff like that. Yeah. And the fact that they opened up about that, I think that's great to begin with. Yeah, yeah, but I'm sure that there are many that actually keep these things to themselves.
Right.
And I can see it in the way they interact outside of it. I take psychology. I'm sure you would know as well. In psych, there's like externalized behaviors.
Yes.
Yeah. So you see this in other aspects of life that they might not voice the troubles that they're facing, but I can see them projecting their trauma in other ways, in other facets.
So why are they not seeking help?
Why are they not seeking help? Right. I think from personal experience myself, you like to keep things to yourself, thinking that you can solve the problem. It is between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fortunately, alhamdulillah, that has worked. May Allah preserve.
Alhamdulillah, insyaAllah. InsyaAllah. We are here, okay?
I have a wife as well that I can talk to, yeah. And many asatiza friends who are counselors as well, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
And that I think that's the thing that they're missing, is that the awareness that there is help. Awareness that there is help available. I think one of my friends experienced this in secondary school. He said he looked for help, but he couldn't find help that suited that exactly suited his scenario. And I feel like I wouldn't want to generalize, but men being solution-oriented beings, they want to see solutions that fit according to their scenario, that is able to solve their problems. Like a puzzle piece. They expect it to be the right way. Understanding that la yukallifu Allahu nafsan illa wus'aha, Allah will not burden so more than they can bear, and that He will also test you in a way that only you can bear, in a way that you are meant to face, right? So then, they don't want to seek help because they don't see that this is suitable to me. Doesn't fit my scenario. So I go on Reddit and I don't see the solution to my problem. There is no solution to my problem. I will carry on languishing.
Alamak. But Reddit is not a professional service. Yeah, but what if you were to tell him, like, bro, you really need help, like you should see a professional? What would their response be like?
I think these days people are actually more accepting of that. They're more accepting of the concept of needing help. The answer will be, or can be, I'll think about it. Which is a nice way to say no. The yes only comes when they have within themselves the willingness and capacity to drop their ego. I think that's the hardest part. To admit that I need help, to admit that I am weak, I am vulnerable. And that is the hardest part for, I think, a lot of men in Singapore, a lot of men in general, to face the vulnerability of themselves. To acknowledge that, because we grew up thinking that hardness is strength. We think that showing weakness or being soft is weak. Being soft is weak. Yeah, that's what we grew up thinking. But in reality, it's a lot harder. It requires a lot more strength for someone to maintain their what's it called? Self-esteem. Maintain their self-esteem in being vulnerable. And that's the internal fear that I think a lot of people are not aware of, and therefore is stopping them from admitting to, I give up, I don't know what to do, I need help.
Okay. Wow. That's so many layers of walls
Must be, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many layers, and yeah, we want to encourage our men to maybe not say get help, because help means we need the help, right? Because
Yeah.
it sounds like
Yeah. Yeah.
there's something wrong and you need help.
Yeah. Something wrong when I need help.
But how about seeking knowledge then? Like, do you think it might work if we open classes or classes, but mental health centric, or like you said, tasawwuf classes? I don't know.
Yeah.
Which do you think would work better?
Tasawwuf is increasingly popular among the uni Muslims sphere. I think so. Uh, I think if you brand the lesson as a solution, that will definitely put people off because they think I don't need this. I already know this.
Right.
But if you brand it as sort of, I don't know, upskilling, maybe that works. But generally, same with facing your problems and seeking knowledge. There needs to be an admittance within the self that I need this.
I see.
I don't know how that
Yeah.
will manifest from the standpoint of the one providing the lesson, like how it is best to present to people. But for sure, if you put it as a solution, you're more likely to see women come actually. Yeah,
Oh, wow, thank you so much. Yeah, we will have to think about that. Like, how do we
for sure.
encourage?
Test and try
Yeah.
different ways. Yeah.
Yeah. So coming back to what you mentioned just now about how we were raised,
Yeah.
like as a community, to think that being strong means not showing yourself vulnerable. Yeah. So okay, do you think this is something that came from I don't know what happened in the previous generations, maybe, like post-war, and then that meritocracy time, that focus on that, and then now, do you think our young generation men, kind of like this because of that? Is it getting better, or is it still the same? What is
What's
your
what's
sense?
missing?
Yeah.
What's different?
Right.
My generation does not know struggle, and that's the problem. I think my generation didn't grow up having to struggle because our parents struggled for us, and then forgot that we needed to struggle to learn and be like them. That's why we have a lot of, I guess that's why they call us the strawberry generation. We're squishy like that because we haven't been hardened.
Okay.
Or we haven't been hardened in a way that's, I guess, that doesn't come with a lot of trauma. Oops. But of course, this has to be done deliberately and intentionally. I'm speaking from a very novice point of view. I'm sure you can understand, Ustazah. What the previous generation went through, like you said, the world wars, the economic boom, the financial crises. Our generation were babies or weren't even born through all that. We don't know what struggle is because our parents never let us experience it. And they thought that it was for our own good, that we do not experience the same things they experience.
Yep. Yeah.
Right, I imagine so. And in doing that, you have created a generation that is afraid to struggle, that sees everything as a moment to crash out. Crash out season, have you heard of that, Ustazah?
No, what's that?
Crashing out is
Sorry.
basically like giving up, or like, I don't know how to. Crash out is the word, man. It's just like a mental breakdown. Yeah, having a mental breakdown over something. So in our eyes, which is a grave thing, but in the generation above, they think like this is something so small, so minor. Why are you crashing out over it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can relate.
Right,
Sorry, yeah.
exactly. So then we've also created, I mean the older generation, to our generation, a very sort of a generation that is so resistant to struggle, resistant to, they lack perseverance. And that's the complaint that you often get, right, about people in Gen Z when they're in jobs or whatever. Even in the army, for example. Yeah. Every time they see new changes being implemented to make the experience of an NS boy easier, they think, oh, world's gone soft, man, game is gone. Yeah, game is gone is a Gen Z thing. Yeah, so this cycle, or like this lack of facilitated struggle, I guess, me being entitled, I say this, we haven't seen or known, or many of us haven't seen or known what struggle is, and therefore the littlest of things become a thing that box us down.
Okay, I hear you. So now the next question is,
Yes.
what is the definition of a strong man then now? Like, as a young man, what would you say is the definition of being strong? Because now, I mean, the definition before and now is totally different. What would you say that is?
I think the definition is the same in terms of what we grew up with, because that's what we saw. Being able to endure hardship, being able to struggle. Unfortunately, our generation saw the side effects, the the maladaptive behaviors that developed from the traumas that our parents got out of being strong.
Yep.
And so because of that, we don't want to be strong.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, right. We realize, hey, is it even that good?
Yeah.
So then we don't think of being strong.
Okay.
Yeah, or we don't think of being strong. So the definition hasn't changed, unfortunately. You have of course newer definitions because of social media of that strong is being able to lift weights, looking like you're big, stuff like that. And you also have the more nuanced ones, the more nuanced definitions of strength, which is emotional vulnerability. At least this understanding is growing now. Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Alhamdulillah.
It is growing, it's developing. People are starting to understand that being strong is more than just physical. It is more than just being able to go through difficulty. It is more than just tenacity. It is not just physical tenacity, but emotional and spiritual tenacity as well. I think we have to thank the motivational speakers like Ustaz Mizi Wahid, Ustazah Jana Musfira for this as well, because they planted the seeds in the community for people that were just looking for a tempat to berhealing, you know. Instead, or more than that, they found spiritual guidance. They found a bedrock of spiritual strength. And this has become, or is increasingly become, the new definition of what strength is. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So it sounds like, so I think I have gotten a bit of, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
Okay. So what it sounds like, being strong is now about being spiritually guided and having tenacity spiritually, and then also being healthy, physically healthy as well, and also have some form of ambition and dream to chase after in jobs and things like that.
Nice.
So that you don't just give up easily. At the same time, I think what you said earlier about Sakinah Mawaddah Warahmah, so our own social strength is also being able to be a safe person for other people, and then also to be someone who can reciprocate kindness and care to each other, and then also so Sakinah Mawaddah Rahmah, and Rahmah is to be gracious. So is that the full picture? You can correct me if I'm wrong.
I actually didn't think of that. I think the Sakinah, the social strength. See, this is the effects of individualized thinking, that you only think of the individual. But actually, strength comes in the community as well. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to do anything, actually. Yeah, and so that's true, actually, Ustazah. Thanks for bringing that up about the point of social competency is also a strength that is very much needed for you to be considered as a strong person. That is, of course, how you know the traits of Rasulullah SAW is because he interacted with people, and then you found out through the hadith as to how he was as a person. And what you said about career, so I think I missed that out in my explanation as well. That is especially with the wave of feminism. Feminism is just a word but like you know what I mean. That there is a facet of that wave of women empowerment that has that has sort of pushed forward this idea of strength through career as well. Representation. Madam Halimah Yaakob is of course a great representation of that in embodying this strength, and other many other prominent Muslimah figures in the community.
Thank you so much. So just now you were saying that a lot of young men or our men in general do not know that there are services available provided by asatizas. So for everybody listening in, we would like you to know that you can book sessions with our ustaz who are also counselors, and come forth and seek maybe not help, but maybe you can get some guidance from our asatiza who are also counselors. So we are Secret Heartwork. Do join us for the next session. Thank you.